Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Happy Friday to everybody. And today I want to talk about a country where, football and other sports are not only sports, but it's passion. A country where there is a huge tradition, a huge story, again, warm and passionate fans. And I'm talking about Turkey. So, as many of you might know, my connection with Turkey is very strong. It's very strong because not only because my wife is from Turkey, I have family in there, but also because as professional, my first experience was in Turkey. I collaborate with some of the clubs that you see behind here in the jersey with Galatasaray, Beşiktaş, Fenerbahçe, Başakşehir, and I had the opportunity to breathe this environment, and to discover more about the football in Turkey, which is very, very huge. It's a country with a huge population as well, 80 million people, and a lot of possibility as well. Before entering into the content, I would like to apologize with my Turkish friend and followers, because normally when I'm talking about Turkey, I'm making content directly in Turkish, but this time I want to reach as many people as possible. So I hope they will forgive me for speaking in English in this video. Anyway, let's jump into the content. And as you see, I want to start with this slide that I created, underline what's good in Turkish football. And believe me that these 4 points are one of the main important topic and things which are important in the football environment for succeed. Because in Turkish we have passion, warm fans, insane football culture. We have big clubs with many followers, and this is a crucial things in this period. Why? Because, for example, we see, if we turn back to Europe again, to the main leagues, we see even the big clubs sometimes struggling to try to reach their fan base, to take every day more followers. But in Turkey this is not happening, because already the clubs are big, are huge, and every day they are gaining more and more fans, and it's incredible. And plus there is local young talents. We also saw in the last period with, for example, with Arda Güler, other talents which explode in the Turkish league, but we will speak about this. And then especially new and modern stadiums which they were built in the last 10 or 15 years. This is incredible if you think. Imagine that me as an Italian, in my league, I see that we are struggling with building even one stadium, and in Turkey this is not happening. And there are incredible facilities also. I'm not speaking only about Istanbul or Ankara or whatever, like the main cities. I mean, other important cities like Konya, Sivas, Antalya, which, football speaking is maybe, they are, medium or medium-low, whatever. They are having stadium which are, normally the stadium of medium top clubs in Europe. And this is amazing. And never forget that Turkey will host in 2032 with Italy the Euro Cup. So, and also, by the way, in Turkey, a lot of times the Champions League final, for example, was in Istanbul, other matches in Istanbul, other important matches in Istanbul. So you know that the quality of the facilities of the stadiums is high, is very high. And then, when we finish this, we say, wow, then what's wrong in Turkey? Believe me that there are important problematics that we are going to see now, are stopping, the growth of, unfortunately, they are stopping the growth of the movement in Turkey. And what are these problematics? The federation and the governance, for example, the political influence, the financial sustainability and the instability management, the weak youth development, the broadcasting and media rights. Why? If we go to the federation and governance, for example, we can say that is flawed, deeply flawed, because the Turkish Football Federation lacks long-term and continuity. For example, long-term vision. I speak about vision, of course. The clubs are often they are run with short vision plan. Why? This because they are often changing their president and their management board. Because every 2 years, for example, every 3 years, or even 1 year, like the president, even in the top clubs, I repeat, they are changing often. No? So there cannot be a huge plan behind this. And also, and especially, transparency is a serious issue. Many decisions are, for example, also the refereeing appointments, the suspensions, the financial rulings, they are often influenced by external facts. And this, as you can understand, they are not following objective standards, so it's a problem. It's a problem. And then we need to be honest, because politics plays for sure a big role in Turkey and in the Turkish football. The federation is often seen as closer to the government. Many clubs' election or leadership are influenced by politics. So this might be, and it is, a huge problem. Then speaking about the development of young talent, yes, as I say, a lot of talents came out from the Turkish football, but a lot more could come out. This why? Because the federation also is not supporting and is not giving long-term vision program to this academy. Because trust me, that in Turkey there are very, very important academy for young talent, but they are not supported by the organization. And coming to the broadcasting and media rights, which for me is a very, very important topic and hot topic, and for football is one of the main income. In Turkey, there is no organization under this point of view, not a good organization at least, because the broadcasting and media rights should be centralized and should be as near as possible as a fair one. I don't know, I gave a lot of example before. There can be the system in UK, which is very, very balanced, or there can be the one in Spain, whatever. But there should be a system which is giving to, first of all the team the possibility to take the part from the media rights in a shared way and balanced way. And then, of course, also based on the importance of the club, on the performing part, that for sure. But this is not happening. So, as you see, these are topics and these are problematic which are very important in football. And I've had the chance, as I said to you, like to see this stuff personally, because I worked there. And there is this huge potential, and at the same time there are huge systemic issues in there. There are a lot of brilliant professionals which are working behind the scene, but they are stopped by this outdated system or this political system which there is behind. And this is a problem. This is a problem because, without a better leadership, a clear governance, a real strategic vision, for sure, Turkish football cannot arrive to high level. But I am sure that if they will start with some change from the beginning, of course what I'm saying is not the solution to everybody, like to everything. But if we go to what I'm thinking, like what are my suggestions in all this situation? Because for me, as I say, the most important stuff at first is to centralize the media rights, share revenues, and having a more fair system. At the same time, it should be introducing an internal financial control mechanism, and this is for sure like that, because otherwise you are not, how can we say, make sure that there is transparency in the league. You should educate and train the club executives in modern sport management, for sure. Definitely, guys, because a lot of decisions are based on 30 years ago, and this is not possible for the time that we are living right now. And then they should prioritize the youth academies with real investment and a long-term planning. At the same time, the technology, the data, the digital transformation is crucial, is key. Because if you are not going to do that, first of all, there are also, by the way, in Europe, in the first leagues, in the main leagues, there are problems like this. Still, technology is a problem, especially for the off-pitch side, because I was working there and I know that there are these problematics, this kind of, management that still they are not visionary, but there are people who are visionary, and there is this huge fight inside. But if Turkey, which has the potential to show to the others like how to do, that can be a very good step. These for sure are not solving in the last, next year are gonna solve this kind of situation, but if they reset all and they start, for sure Turkish football can improve fast, can improve in a sustainable way. And there are a lot of teams, for example, like I'm taking the example of Başakşehir, which is working very good as sustainability action, both for the environment, both for also economically reason, etc. Trust me that the situation is going to improve very fast, and Turkey can be easily one of the 6 top clubs, top leagues in federation in Europe. And I'm very sorry for the situation because, as you know, I have a lot of friends in there, and I know from near, like I'm touching with my hands the situation, and unfortunately, still is not solved. Hopefully, it will be. Anyway, guys, we arrive at the end of this content. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you like it, and I wish that you will write me also your comments, your thoughts. Always with respect for everybody, and I wish you a great weekend, and we will see for sure in the next days, like with other contents, and please take care. Bye bye.